Carl, first of all, welcome to Spennymoor Town Football Club. There's been a lot of rumours over the past few weeks about you maybe joining Spennymoor, so how happy that the deal is finally done and you kind of here at the Bereaved?
Yeah, no, I'm delighted that it's done. You know, I've followed Spennymoor for a long time now, even when I was playing for Hartlepool. Got a lot of friends here who I've played with in the past, and it just made a lot of sense. You know, I'm quite enthusiastic about things outside of the game as well, wanting to get on with coaching and other things. So it was a perfect opportunity to go into a part-time sort of setup. In my opinion, there is no better part-time setup in the country at the minute, never mind the northeast, so I'm delighted to be here.
So kind of what is it about Spennymoor? Is it kind of because you know a lot of people here? Is it because obviously it's in a region that haven't moved away? And when did Jason first get in touch and what did he say to you to kind of sell the club again?
I've known Jason for a few years now, and I actually spoke to Jason last year, but at the time it just wasn't right. I still felt that full-time football was very much something that I wanted to keep pursuing, but a lot's changed over the last year. A lot's changed in my personal life and my ambitions, and also what you know I think I'm physically capable of as well. I think part-time just suits us down to the ground, and I think Spennymoor will get the best out of us that way. But I've always enjoyed coming to the games. You know, they're a great set of lads here, a really unique set of lads, and I think when I look back at my career, I think some of the most successful periods are when I've been a part of a real good dressing room, you know, with a lot of characters. And you know, I think back to my Gateshead days where, you know, there's a few lads here now who were part of that team, and you know, I like to thrive in that sort of camaraderie and that sort of environment, and you've certainly got more than a few characters here, so I'm looking forward to getting in the dressing room and being a part of a successful team.
And if we kind of rewind and look back where your career began, I actually watched the show Football Icon, the winner of Football Icon too, so what was that experience like? I know you didn't maybe even play in the first team. What was that experience like being in and around the Premier League Football Club and Premier League Football Club as successful as Chelsea?
Yeah, it was bizarre really. Obviously you don't envisage entering the game in that way. You know, I think some of the lads were laughing the other week because people still stop us when I'm out and about. Some of them get us confused with Wayne Rooney's Street Striker, which I have to let them know that's the wrong programme. But no, it offered me the pathway into professional football, and despite not, you know, I think I always realised from the off that I probably wouldn't play a first team game, competitive first team game for Chelsea. Just being in that environment, I think I probably achieved as much as I could have there. Ended up the reserve captain and travelled with the first team a couple of times pre-season and things like that. So I was able to work under some of the best managers now in world football. You know, Brendan Rodgers in particular, who I work with really closely as my reserve manager. That sort of 2.5 year period I had with him, you know, progressed me as a player and probably give me the tools that I needed to make a career in the game. So it was a bizarre way, you know, winning a reality programme, so to speak, but I'm very thankful at the opportunities that it's given me, and sat here now a 30-year-old having, you know, played 14 years as a professional, which when I was a kid, you know, I would have snapped your hand off. So now is the right time to sort of pursue other things, but of course still be very serious about what Spennymoor are trying to achieve and be a part of that.
And you've been really lucky with major injuries throughout your career, one in particular in 2010. I think you picked up where your ligament damage, your kneecap as well was cracked. Do you think them experiences of having them setbacks has made you stronger and it's kind of developed you over the course of your career? Can you kind of bounce back better?
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's bittersweet because had I not had those injuries, I maybe would have played at a higher level. I firmly believe that. I think at the time I was doing really well. Like I said, I was doing well in the reserve set-up under Brendan and was really pushing in and around the first team over the Christmas period where, you know, majority of the lads were sent home. You know, I was sticking around and training with the first team and things like that. So When it happened, it was devastating because it had an impact on me physically, and I don't think I was able to get back to the level that I had managed to reach. But on the flip side, it gave me a resilience and a mental toughness that would then, be a part of me and going forward in my career, because I've had setbacks since. I've had a couple of injuries since, and I think those experiences of serious injury, although they're devastating in terms of setting you back on the pitch mentally, it just it makes you very tough, and it's an attribute that I've used in a positive way.
And finally, obviously, you've been full-time your entire career, so adjusting to part-time football, is that something that you're kind of looking forward to, something fresh and something different? But obviously it'd be a big change of routine for you personally. It's
a massive change going from full-time, like you say. I've done it for 14 years. I've woke up every day expecting to train on the mornings. Now I've got to get used to a routine where I'm training twice on a night and then playing on a weekend. But like I said, I think I'm ready for it. Who knows what the future holds? I might go back into full-time football at some stage. Spennymoor may decide that they want to go full-time if we're as successful as I think we can be. But at the minute, everything in terms of my lifestyle and what I want from it, my personal life, what's gone on in my personal life, and also what I want to achieve alongside football, the playing side of it. This is just the perfect time for me. So whether I like it or not, I think it's something that I've got to try and adjust to, and so far I'm enjoying it. I think it's perfect physically for where I'm at. I've got a couple of days to recover between sessions and games, and it's going to put me in a position where I can give my very best for the football club.